All right, how to beat depression. This is going to be a short video to provide you with a strategy, a very broad strategy on how you're going to beat your depression, okay? I struggle with 6 or 7 major episodes with depression where I was bedridden for months and suicidal and praying for death and all that, and I've overcome it. And you can too. You probably don't believe me right now, but I promise you that you can, okay? Hi, my name is Matt. That's a picture of me. That's my dog, Nico. And I want to give you a short strategy in about 3 minutes. Might be a little longer, but I'm going to get everything in there and give you some good ideas and what you need to do to overcome your depression, okay? First, you have to realize is if you are depressed or clinically depressed, because that's what I'm talking about. Severe depression, not just moping around and being sad a little bit here and there. No, I'm talking about clinical depression where you have a total loss of interest in life, okay? There's no pleasure in anything. It's just all pain and mental anguish, okay? You feel empty inside. It's a total different reality, and you can't really understand it unless you've experienced it yourself, okay? It's an emptiness, it's sadness, irritability, frustration, anger, indifference. Like I said, numb to pleasure. You get no pleasure whatsoever. What I got a little pleasure from eating, okay? Very slight, but that was really it, okay? Absolutely no hope, felt worthless, guilt, and just absolutely no motivation, which is very difficult because in order to overcome depression, you need some kind of motivation, right? I'm going to show you how to find that. Okay. Complete lack of energy. I remember getting out of bed, having heavy legs, just so much effort. It felt so difficult just to move. Like I said, excessive thoughts about death, dying, suicide. I slept a lot, and that was really just to avoid all that pain, because every waking moment was just a lot of suffering and anguish, and it was really bad, okay? And I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably know what I mean. Overeating or undereating. For me, it was overeating. And then slowed thinking, speaking, moving. If you speak to somebody who's depressed, you can tell, right? They don't make eye contact. They're speaking really slow and moving really slow, and it's like this and that. But really, it's just it's a total different state of being. It's amazing. You're indecisive. You have terrible concentration. You know, it's a terrible state of being. That's all I can say. And you might have some unexplained physical problems due to your depression. Your back's hurting, or you got some headaches. Okay, so this is for somebody who's clinically depressed, okay? And I'm going to show you how to get out of it. So like I said, it's a total transformation of mind and body that someone can't not understand unless they've gone through it themselves, okay? So here's what you're going to do to overcome your depression. I wish I had all these things working in concert at the very beginning for me, which is about 10 years ago. So the first thing you're going to do is to see a therapist or a counselor. And what this is going to do, it's going to give you some insight as far as what you're going through specifically, okay? They see numerous patients, and they have obviously, that's what they're trained to understand and to help with is depression, anxiety, or anything that goes along with it, okay? So there you're going to get a lot of insight and some recommendations and a bit more specific strategy for how you're going to deal and overcome this, okay? And they might have you go to a psychiatrist, which is fine. I went myself, and I found medication to be very helpful. Medication is not the end-all to healing, but it is a means to the end. It will give you, it'll give you enough to get going again and to get through the day and to build some momentum that you eventually have to take into your own hands, okay? So there's nothing wrong with medication. I took it on and off for many years. I'm actually still on it right now, and I've been on it for many years. I have been decreasing, okay? So there's nothing wrong with medication. I'm not going to be on it for life. It's just something... it's a means to an end, okay? And for the past 5 years, I've been incredibly happy, healthy, better than ever, okay? And I will be off my medication soon, but there's no shame in doing it, in taking some medication, okay? Like I said, it's a means to an end. The end is happiness that comes from you, because if you're depressed, there's certain things about your life you have to change, whether it's the way you view the world or it's what you're doing, whatever, okay? So education is number 3 on here. It's the most important thing by far. And what I mean is learning about depression, okay? And learning what other people have done to overcome depression. There's so much good info on the internet, okay, where you can learn new ideas, coping mechanisms, some exercises, or specific strategies that have been used for thousands and thousands of people. You probably don't believe me right now if you're depressed, because you think, okay, only I'm going through something like this. No one else could have gotten through something like this. That's impossible. That's all symptomatic of your depression and your outlook right now, okay? So I've been where you are, and I'm telling you, you can be... in a place much better than where you've ever been. And it sounds so unbelievable to you. I'm sure it does. But let me assure you, I was where you are 10 years ago. You know, years ago, I was where you are. And now, life's never been better, okay? And this is what you got to do, okay? Do these things together, okay? And it's going to take some time. But I'm telling you, you're going to come out the other side, and life's going to be better than it ever has been. Okay. Personally, I'm a huge self-help guru, so to speak. I used a lot of stuff personally, going through my stuff with Tony Robbins, Lucinda Bassett, with Attacking Anxiety and Depression program, which is fantastic, and all sorts of stuff. Okay. And lately, I've actually come across a lot of programs that are similar to those top self-help programs to help you get through your anxiety or depression. I'm talking about depression here. But I've made a website, actually, of a lot of content of my own experience and also suggestions of other healing programs that I find to be very effective and cost-effective, okay? Like I said, I've really come to know this industry very well, and I sift through these programs, and if I like something, I'll put it on my website, and it's something, you're free to get. My website is depressiongoaway.com. I invite you to check it out. At the very least, there's a lot of good info. There's some more videos, some articles, and all that. And I wish you the best of luck. And I do promise you, if you're going through this, I know it seems hopeless, and you have no motivation, you have no energy, and you think it's impossible to get out of it. I'm telling you, you can. And it starts now, okay? So follow these 3 steps, and I promise you, you'll be on your way. Best of luck.